Hi guys. Okay, I'm really sorry, but there was a lovely young crafter here. Quelqu'un qui est très jeune, mais c'est son anniversaire aujourd'hui. Puis elle avait des questions à part d'un produit. Donc j'ai pris le temps d'expliquer ça à elle avant de vous venir voir. Donc je m'excuse que je suis en retard, mais vraiment, elle est tellement mignonne. Et je veux répondre à toutes ces questions. So hi guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I can't blame Facebook today, but there's a lovely young lady walking around the store and it's her birthday. And she just discovered our store and wanted to do a technique. And I really needed to spend a few minutes with her to explain it to her. So I'm only one person. I couldn't be with her and with you guys, but I know you would get it. I know you guys understand. So merci à tout le monde. And while you're all saying hi, what news do I have? LDRS, for those of you signed up for the class, the kits are available. Donc les kits pour LDRS sont disponibles. Aussi, il nous reste encore des places dans le cours. Okay? Now, here's the thing. You know, guys, I'm always honest with you and sincere. And LDRS happens to be a company that I've supported for years, on and off. And the only time it was off was just certain things just weren't working in the store. But Angie herself is absolutely amazing. I can't say enough about her. So if you've been hesitating about taking that class, she is a bundle of knowledge, okay? Really, she is. And by taking that class, and especially if you're able to watch it live, then you're really able to ask questions, okay? Donc, si vous hésitez de suivre le cours avec Angie pour LDRS, je suggère de prendre une chance parce que les cours qu'elle fait sont incroyables. Je l'adore comme personne. Elle est tellement fine, gentille et elle connaît ses produits très, très, très bien. Okay? So we do have some spots left. It is in 2 weeks. Ça passe dans 2 semaines. Le 2 octobre, c'est un samedi. Mais même si tu n'es pas disponible, even if you're not available that Saturday, you can watch it anytime. Remember, you're invited to the private Facebook group. And then from there, you always have access, okay? So I just wanted to remind you of that. The other thing, we're getting the housework out of the way. Ce matin, on a envoyé un courriel, okay? Le courriel était au sujet de 2 cours pour Noël. So this morning, we sent out an email for 2 Christmas card classes. For those of you who took Deanna's classes before, ça c'est un artiste qui est aussi un propriétaire d'un magasin. Et, excuse-moi, elle est propriétaire d'un magasin et elle donne des cours. Et elle avait voyagé ici pour donner 2 ans qui suivent. Elle a fait des cours ici. So for 2 years, Deanna came every year and did a class, okay? So we just put out 2 classes that will be virtual this morning. Here's the thing, I only have 30 spots in each class, okay? Deanna was running out of stock. She bought out the company for everything they had. So we only have room for 30 students, okay? So don't wait long for that. Les 2 cours, c'est le 24 octobre. Et si vous avez déjà suivi des cours avec Diana, tu sais que sont toujours incroyables. Chaque cours est 4 heures ou 3 heures et demie. Et c'est 38 $ et vous recevrez un kit. Mais dans le kit, c'est juste les papiers pour les cartes. Et s'il y a une matrice, elle l'a déjà coupée pour vous. Okay? So in the kit, you'll get everything individually marked, card 1, card 2, card 3, etc. But if there were dies used in the class, she'll tell you about them, but she's already pre-cut them for you. They are the best classes. Thank you, Vicki. They really, really are. So Deanna's classes are very popular. Not everybody's gotten home from work and knows that we opened up registration. So don't wait too long because they are going to fill up. I already had somebody call and take 3 spots. So all it takes is 10 people taking 3 spots and they're gone. Whew. Okay. Now, new product. New product, new product, new product. Okay. So, LDRS est en magasin. Elle a fait un nouveau produit. C'est un template. Son template, il y en a 4 templates dans le paquet. 3, je dis 3 qui you know what? I'm going to open it. Parce qu'il n'y a pas 4. Ça puis ça sont sur la même, sauf une, et ça, c'est le verso. Ça, c'est le deuxième, la troisième. Mais il y en a 2 sur ceux-là. Okay? So just so that you know, this one is going to be double-sided. You're going to have this on one side and this on the other. And then the other 2 are separate templates. So really, there's 3 templates, but you get 4 card models. Okay? I know that's confusing, but that's good. So, ça dit que les choses comme ça, vous pouvez faire juste automatiquement une couronne. You could make this just as is. Or, by putting it in here, you can make your own, like this. Okay? So this here and this one here, look how fun, okay? Elle a mis les bibittes, elle a mis les bonbons, des étoiles, donc tout ça pour faire le rond. Et ça dit que votre carton peut être 2,5 ou 3 pouces, ou 3,5 ou 4 pouces, ou 4,5. So this here gives you the chance to use 5 different sizes of wreaths, okay, and papers. So like this one would be smaller. This one, she probably did it on, I'm going to say she probably did a 3-inch. Elle a probablement faire à 3 pouces, okay? So very, very cool technique. Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. So that is the templates. So, ceux-là fait le couronne, okay? Celle-ci fait une fond, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to put, et elle a fait une vidéo à part de ça, okay? So, Karine, vous pouvez aller sur notre site puis faire s'inscrire pour le courriel, okay? Et aussi, on va le mettre sur notre blog aujourd'hui, okay? So we're going to put it also on our blog so you'll be able to see it there. So this one here, you take the different pieces, tous ces morceaux-là, puis tu places sur une forme. Okay, so you put it on a square or a little rectangle. So here you would place the different stamps et tu vas étamper une fois. Maintenant, on enlève nos étampes, on fait une rotation de papier une fois et on étampe une deuxième fois. Then we're going to turn our paper a 3rd time and you're going to stamp again. Then you're going to turn your paper a 4th time and stamp again. You can stop at any point. Vous pouvez arrêter n'importe quand. Je sais, c'est difficile à voir, mais si tu le fais les 4 tours, tu vas avoir toutes les places remplies. Mais si tu ne veux pas avoir toutes remplies, tu peux arrêter n'importe quand. So if you don't want it all filled in like this, you can stop after just doing a top and a bottom. So it's really very versatile, okay? Very, very versatile template. This one, ceux-là, vous pouvez prendre les mêmes images, mais au lieu d'avoir une couronne, tu vas avoir quelque chose qui fait une rotation, almost like, I guess, a pinwheel. And then this one here, I have to remember what this one is. Pirouette circles. So this one, you're going to get that. OK? Donc, c'est tout sur un cercle. All right? Comme j'ai dit, si tu check Pirouette Pattern Templates, LDRS, tu vas le voir le vidéo de Angie et elle va vous montrer comment utiliser chacune de ces templates. Okay? And believe me, I used it and I got a couronne, so we're good. Okay? It worked. I'm trying to find mine. Mine says Joyeux Noël on it, but I cannot find it anywhere. So, this one, c'est celle de Noël, et celui-là est de Halloween. So this is the Halloween one. And, you know, you notice that beautiful bow. You have les feuilles d'automne. Vous avez une toile d'araignée, une couronne de feuilles, une couronne d'étoiles, ou tu peux faire toi-même avec les petits bonbons, les petites étoiles, le petit citron, le fantôme. Tous ces items peuvent faire une couronne avec le template. So all of these little pieces here, you can build your own wreath, or you can stamp this one. Imagine stamping this in one color, comme en noir, puis fait une rotation, puis étant peut-être en mauve. So you can also just double stamp any one of these. But remember, you'll be stamping on top of itself. Okay? Me neither. Jade, back door. Oh, whoever subscribed and isn't getting any emails, we've got to look into that. We're talking about changing email providers. So give me a little bit and let me know because I will look into those. Okay, voila. Jay? Jay? Back door? Sorry, guys. Just it's me and Jay only at this moment, so we're quite busy. Here is the Noël one. Donc, ceux-là, ça fait le couronne de Noël. Okay. So we have this. And look, il y a un joyeux Noël, et c'est un très beau joyeux Noël. All right, so that's the wreaths, because if I don't finish talking about those, we're not going to get through all this. Ça, c'est la matrice qui va découper tout ça pour vous. OK? Donc, ça, c'est la matrice si vous voulez faire les couronnes comme ça. So, this will do le découpe. And then this one here, c'est les ours polaires. And that is this guy. Isn't he cute? We'll talk about the penguins after. Oh, no, they're on here too. Excuse-moi. Les ours polaires et les pingouins sont dessus. Et la glace. On a la glace là. Donc, la carte ici, il est vraiment mignon. Il est simple. Le colorage est simple. So, it's simple to color this. Don't be intimidated. You do not have to shade penguins, I promise you. Il n'y a presque rien de faire sur l'ours polaire. Puis, le petit phoque peut être gris. Okay? So, don't be intimidated by coloring these because they're easy to color. All right? But this one is gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. So, that's that. Avec le matrice. Then here we've got the hippopotamus for Christmas. Does anybody need me to sing the song? Oh, I found another ours polaire. Look at that. So this is cute. You see that? Very, very cute. So same thing done with that other stamp set. Now here is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Who wants to sing it with me? I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. No? No, nobody's joining. OK, sorry. Oui, c'est une chanson. Donc, on va voir la carte faite. Oh, voilà une autre carte faite avec le set d'Halloween. Look how cute that is. Ça vient juste de rentrer. C'est pour cette raison que je n'ai pas vu les cartes. This just got here, and I haven't seen all the cards yet. Okay, I know I have a hippopotamus for Christmas one. Donc, on a ceux-là. OK? Donc, on a l'arbre qui est là. Puis voilà l'hippopotame qui dort avec la petite jeune. So here you've got the hippopotamus who's fast asleep with the young lady. And then this one was one that I did, and these are the little hippopotamuses, and then this one is the tree, okay? All right, so we are going to finish up LDRS here. So this is the next thing. This is going to be huge. I didn't order enough. I've already ordered more, okay? Look at this. So you see these tags here? That is this. Donc, tu l'étampes une fois. So you would stamp this once. So here, like she stamped the top in orange and the bottom in purple, or maybe she did them all the same color. And then, donc voilà, elle a étampé toutes les étampes une fois. Puis après ça, tu prends le matrice et découpe les 6 à une fois. So you would be cutting out all 6 of those in one shot, okay? So really cool. So here is the Halloween ones, okay? Des livres de collants?
Des livrets, ouais.
Ça dépend de la thème puis tout ça, parce que sont partout dans le magasin, tout sur la mur là. Ici, on a école. Okay, and then here's the Christmas ones. There's the Mambi ones right at the front in the French section. You've got those thick books. Those work for it. And along the wall, all the American Crafts ones have small puffy stickers and sticker books. Okay, guys, je m'excuse. Donc, voilà. Un autre. Ceux-là, c'est Noël. Elle étampe. Elle étampe une fois. So all of these images, you stamp it once. Okay? And then you run it through the die cut machine. Same die, même matrice. You run it through the die cut machine, and it's going to cut all 6 of them at the same time. Toutes les 6 en même temps. Okay? So that's what's cool about these tags. Donc, sont petits. Je vais dire que sont 2 pouces et quart, quelque chose comme ça, fois 1 pouce et quart. So, really, very, very cool. Okay. Then we have this. This is a cover plate. Ça peut être utilisé seul. OK? Voilà, le fond ici, c'est utiliser ça seul. So that would do this. Gorgeous? Okay? Now, if you add this one on top, you end up with this. Donc, tu vois le gros en bas, puis après, elle a étampé, pas étampé, mais découpé la deuxième. Okay? So, you see the 2 styles there? So, one covers the other. Really quite cool. Okay? And there's the third one. Donc, ça, c'est une troisième. Et ça, c'est celle ici qui fait les ronds. Donc, chacune peut être utilisée seule, juste comme ça, ou tu le mets les 3 ensemble pour arriver à ça. Okay? So, just so that you know. No. Just that, yeah. Here's the layered poinsettia. Donc, ça, c'est le poinsettia. It's a layered poinsettia. Voilà, dans les couleurs rouges. Moi, je trouve ça un peu chargé, mais je vous montre celle que moi, j'ai faite avec le Joyeux Noël. Je trouve les couleurs plus doux. Même tu peux le faire blanc puis rouge. This, you could even do white and red. I find this one very, very, like, in your face, which is pretty, but that was a bit much for me. And then here, and voilà encore le petit Joyeux Noël. So, love that. And remember, it's on that wreath set, okay? Le set de couronne, il n'y en a pas beaucoup de mots. On a le Joyeux Noël, un Holly Jolly, un petit happy holidays, puis un paix et joie, peace and joy. All the rest has all those pieces that you can use. So there you go, layered poinsettia. Now, stitches. You've seen stitch dies before. Companies have made them before. So what's different about this? Well, I'll tell you. You see these 4 stitches? You see these 4 stitches? Sont interchangeables. OK? Ça dit que, oui, tu as le gros rectangle qui fait le slimline. So you do have the big rectangle that'll make your slimline cut. But you can decide if you just want to put 1 stitch along, if you want to put 4, if you want to take 2 from here and put them in there, and take 2 from here and put them in there. They are completely interchangeable. See, 5 dies. Il y en a 5 matrices dedans. L'autre chose que vous pouvez faire, prendre ceux-là et faire ça en diagonale sur une carte. Même une carte A2 ou une carte slimline. Puis tu peux juste, au lieu de mettre, so you wouldn't put the big rectangle, you would just put these stitches across your card, okay? Donc sur une diagonale, let's just try and envision this. You would put it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puis on peut prendre les autres. 5, 6, 7, puis 8. Et maintenant, on peut faire la couture dans notre carte. Comme ça. Do you see that? How cool is that? Okay? Donc, tu peux le mettre dans le rectangle, mais tu peux utiliser sur n'importe quel format en laisser le gros rectangle. Okay, so just eliminate the big rectangle, and you can do it on any size card. I'm going to show you it in white as well, because I'm sure you noticed it here. So you see how it just gives you that cool stitched background? C'est pour n'importe quelle saison. So they didn't make it just winter. There's nothing holiday-ish about it. She didn't just put snowflakes on here. This is all year long. Yes, people have done stitch dies before. Nobody's done them like this, where you can just fit and fiddle around with how you want them. Okay? So very cool. Love these dies. Here, she shows them to you on the back too. Okay? Really, really, really cool. Really nice. You see all that? Beautiful. Okay. Whew. Then we have this one. Donc, ceci a fait la carte ici. You see this? Et le dedans. So you see this one in here? So you see, she took it. Donc, elle a fait ceux-là avec toute la couture. Après ça, elle a pris son rectangle. Elle a mis ça par-dessus, puis elle a découpé. So you see, she cut her big rectangle with the stitches, and then she took that piece, ran it through here so that we have that look, okay? So just very cool. I just wanted to point it out to you. The other thing you need to notice, c'est que ça fait toute cette couture-là. Quand ça fait la découpe, tu vois, ça fait toute cette couture. All right? That you need to know, because look how beautiful it looks. Is that not stunning? Okay? So really, wow. Let's see if she gave us anything that used the shapes inside. Là, c'est juste son poinsettia. It's, oh, I'm back. Are you guys there? C'était gelé, mais c'est dégelé maintenant. I like that, France. So, hi, guys. I'm back. So, we were talking about this, and I was looking for some of these designs. Okay? So, I'm just checking if she used them on any of the cards she gave us. So, just the regular round. The poinsettia. Then we've got our couronne. So, no, I don't think she showed anything, just la grosse, OK? Mais tu peux le voir qu'il y en a 12 matrices dans cette set-là. Donc, oui, c'est 33 $. Ça dit comme 3 $ le matrice. Il y en a 12 dans le set. Then this one has 17 dies, 17, OK? Puis ceux-là, c'est ce qu'elle a utilisé pour découper tous ces morceaux, OK? So you see all of this happy stitch stuff est toute venue de là. Puis la forme de la carte est la forme ici. So you see the shape of the card? And there you go. And that was what I used my hippopotamus for Christmas one too. OK? Donc ces deux-là, même chose. Tu peux le faire comme ça. Or you can do it this way. I like it this way because then it can stand up. OK? So, comme ça, je peux même, whoops, except when you make it too heavy and you're one-handed. Donc, ceux-là peuvent rester comme ça, mais quand c'est comme ça, il faut avoir quelque chose pour le faire debout. So this one you would have to stand up yourself. All right. Oh, Ariel, I'm curious, which is your favorite, cutest one in here? Because those hippopotamuses are adorbs. All right, so we went through all of LDRS. Ça, c'est tout de LDRS. J'espère que tu l'as aimé. So I hope you like that. I'm just going to see if Jay's okay for me to continue. Otherwise, guys, we're going to have to pick this up tomorrow because it's just us here on Monday afternoon. Michelle, elle part, puis c'est juste nous deux ici. Et des fois, c'est très occupé. So all this beautifulness is available on the site. Angie's class is still available. I think I have 5 or 10 spots left. Oublie pas le calendrier Advent de Marlene. So don't forget about Marlene's Advent calendar. That's up for pre-sale on the site as well. But they disappeared so quickly last year. Don't wait. All right, honeybee. We got honeybee back in stock right away from last week to this week. Is it good? Do you want me? Are you okay up there? Yeah. Okay. So we got more of the little gems. So this is Holiday Traditions and Holiday Cheer. Donc, dépendant si tu es plus traditionnel ou tu l'aimes mettre de rose dans tes choses de Noël. So if you're traditional, this is for you. If you like the pink and turquoise in winter, then this is for you. This one's Harvest. Ça, c'est automne. So this one is Harvest. Oh, it's going to be awesome, Leah. I'm sure of it. Ça, c'est Prisme. So that means that these just reflect every color when they hit the lights. You don't know what you're going to get. Yes, Jay is awesome, Leah. Then we have white. Donc, ceux-là sont plus opaques. Et ceux-là sont clairs. Okay, and remember, you get 300 in the package. Good news for those of you waiting for the Altenew enamel dots. They're back in stock, and I have ordered them. OK, sont pas nécessairement nouveaux eux autres, mais moi, je l'ai commandé parce que je trouve très utile. So these might not be new. I don't know if they were new to the store, but I know that they weren't necessarily all new for Honeybee. I just wanted you to be able to see them because they do some amazing paper stacks, and they are not glossy. No, the stamp from Tim is only for Simon Says Stamps. Yes. Okay, guys, you have to know that Simon Says Stamps does an event every September that's called Stamp-tember. Okay? Every September, and it's called Stamp-tember. Well, here's the thing. Tim showed it this weekend, and he mentioned that, but we kind of, sometimes you're just watching and you just go, I want that. Like Tim said, it is only for Simon Says Stamps for their event, and then when it's gone, it's gone. Okay? So the new collections from 13 Arts, I'm not sure, Maryse. All right, here we go. So there is what this looks like. Moving on. Good job, Debbie. I didn't have to say it. He wasn't standing here. All right. So you see, I love the grays, the black and white, the woods. They're very, very neutral and small patterns. Great, great for Christmas cards. Look at this. That's great for a man's card anytime. Mama Elephant closed down to wholesale at the moment, Sandra. So I hadn't been fast enough to place their order because their site was down. Donc, oh mama, they're telling me they don't know exactly when they're going to reopen for wholesale. So I have to wait. All right. So this one is called Farm Fresh Holiday. This one looks yum. Okay. This one to me looks yum. Like I'm really loving it. And I'm going to try and open it quickly. Oh, sorry. Moving on. Moving on, Leah. Okay. There we go. And show you these. The most versatile patterns, especially in fall, are gingham. So you have a diagonal gingham and you have the regular. So look at the colors, okay? And yes, they are matte, Dominique. So these are all matte. When Honeybee makes their papers, they're all matte. So you see how these colors are? They're just beautiful. So really, really a nice pad. It's called Gingham Galore Fall. And then we have two Christmas ones. Encore, je pense pas qu'ils sont nouveaux, mais je trouve que sont utiles. So when I find something that's very useful, I'll order it once I'm ordering from that company. And because we don't order as often from Honeybee, I have to take advantage every time I can. Donc voilà. So these are snowy stars, prism, le gazon, le tricot. So you have a little bit of stitching, you have wood, you have pine, you have gingham or plaid, you have ugly sweater stuff. So a little bit of everything. And this one is called Holiday Traditions. And this one here is called Holiday Cheer. Let's see, can I do this without tearing the cover? I know you guys all say, don't worry, I'll buy it. But I still worry, okay? So I'm working on it as quickly as possible. Okay. There we go. So voila. This one's called Holiday Cheer. And again, we've got beautiful holiday colors. Encore, toutes les couleurs de Noël, de la saison, and a little bit of everything in here. Et après ça, ça répète. So you get two of each style. So that one's called Holiday Cheer. All right. Now, Hanukkah. We can't find a lot of things for Hanukkah, so when I do find something, I tend to order it in. So if it's something you're looking for, great. And if it's not, well, it's just here. It is around Christmas time usually every year. So happy Hanukkah stamp set and die. Then we have this beautiful spring bouquet stamp. Okay, spring bouquet. Then we have the leaves. Donc, ça, c'est deux pochoirs. Une qui fait le fond des feuilles, puis une qui fait le détail dessus. So one that does the background of the leaves and one that gives you all that detail. It is called Scattered Leaves, and we sold out of last week's batch. So here is another one. Fred, watch your language. Then for those of you who missed out on the coneflower again, ça, c'est une des plus populaires dies de Honeybee que j'ai eu jamais. So this is one of the most popular Honeybee dies I've ever gotten. It is sold out 3 consecutive times just by me putting it up on the website. So allez sur Honeybee, mettez le mot coneflower et vérifie, Lovely Layers coneflower, vérifie si c'est une die qu'il faut avoir avant qu'il reste plus encore. So I'm not saying you have to buy it. I'm saying go have a look at their website, look at Lovely Layers coneflower, and see what all the buzz is about. If you have to have it, then buy it right away because it sells out so quickly. If it's not your style, move along. So, same thing to be said with the sunflower layer die. This is a newer one. And this we sold out of in one day last week. Okay, donc j'ai reçu. Donc voilà, we've got lovely layers sunflowers. Donc ces deux-là, allez sur le site, voir ce qu'il fait. Smitten Kitten was a mistake. I ordered this die twice, so I got 4 instead of 2, but it's here if you need it. Après ça, burlap, toujours populaire. So the burlap die sells out, so I love burlap. I think it's awesome. Then we have the fall cover die. Donc ça c'est le Autumn Splendor. Et ça vous donne tout le détail que vous voyez ici. So all of that will be into the cover plate. Okay, donc tu vas le voir tous ces dessins. You're going to see all of that work, line work. Oh, also that sold quickly last week is spring bouquets. Ceux-là, il n'y a pas une étampe pour aller avec. So this one does not have a stamp. It is just a standalone die set. Again, go have a look on their site and see if it's a must. All right, I don't get a lot of stamps that are... how do I best explain it? That are multi-stamping like this, because some people just stay away from them like the plague. But just take a look at that and then look at the stamping guide. It really isn't hard. These are not layering so much as you take the stem, après ça tu mets les pétales, puis à la fin, tu probablement juste mettre les 2 gouttes ou les 2 points au centre de la fleur. Si tu penses, je ne peux pas aligner ça, à ce temps-là, prendre un crayon jaune puis colore. Okay? So if you think you can't get that right in there, then take a little yellow marker and color those 2 dots in. Même chose ici. La plus difficile, si on dit difficile, c'est probablement de juste mettre cette petite marque-là. Donc, si tu veux pas, just faites colorer. So you can see that how many different stems and bouquets you get in this set. Okay? It is incredible. And what I like is, il faut pas étamper le même morceau 3 fois, puis faites une en mauve, puis attache sur l'autre. Toutes les tiges, tu peux étamper dans une teinte de vert, puis la fleur de la couleur que tu veux. So all of the stems you can stamp in just any shade of green you want, and then the flower in its own color. So again, very easy, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flowers in there, okay? All right, then we have, you did your order at what time, Nat? Oh, last night? Probably about 3 a.m. Okay, then we have this. So these 2, tu peux utiliser juste une, ou tu peux le faire ça comme un fond des arbres, mettre des petits fawns ici, puis après ça, tu peux le mettre la deuxième par-dessus, okay? So you can use this by itself, puis tu fais tout ton scène là. Tu peux utiliser ça elle-même, ou tu peux le mettre ça par-dessus de ça, okay? Yeah, I'll sleep, you know? They say when you're dead, you sleep a lot. So, voila. I know that sounds morbid and it wasn't meant to be, but that's the expression people used to say, you know? That's when I'll catch up on my sleep, they would say. Encore, c'est pas moi. Et voilà, ça c'est une die qui peut découper toutes les fleurs. Est-ce que c'est une nécessité? Juste si tu l'aimes pas faire le fussy cutting. So this is only a necessity if you really don't want to fussy cut those beautiful flowers. If you're just going to stamp them and not even cut them out, then you're fine. Ça, c'est tout de honeybee. Maintenant, je peux dire à Dominique d'expliquer cette paquet-là, mais je sais qu'elle aime beaucoup the rainbow. So here we've got our rainbow paper, 30 feuilles, 10 de chaque modèle. Okay? Cool little rainbow paper. They did it again. You know, Craft Consortium, when they make these pads of paper, I can only say, oops, they did it again. Because Fred is even going to want to buy this. Look at that. Okay? Check les fonds. Is this incredible? Okay? So just to give you an idea, even Fred is going to, I'm almost convinced. I know Dominique will love this, but I'm convinced we can convince Fred as well. Because this is very much his style. You see, now he's not even talking. He's just passed out because he's just loved it. It is calling your name, Maryse. Mais toi, c'est aussi le 12-12 parce que tu peux le mettre dans tes journaux. Yes, Dominic, I said you too, for sure. Donc, look at these papers. Are they not incredible? Look at that. All right? Like it's taking the work out of it. I love Craft Consortium, Debbie. You're right. I do too. They do such beautiful papers. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Oh, Jay has jingle bells. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Boy, nobody sings with me. Yes, Fred, you know you want to. You know you want to. No. Fred? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Fred's moving on. He's growing. He's outgrowing Scrapbook Central. All right. Voilà le 12-12. Donc, les mêmes papiers, magnifiques, mais en gros format. So, just huge, huge patterns. Not Christmas singing before December 1st? Oh, okay, sorry. So, it was a monster mash. It was a mash. They caught on in a flash. Monster mash. No, is that better? I mean, you should be allowed to do Halloween now. Voila. So anybody who knows me knows that, like, Denise, Giselle, Francine, they've all sat in a car with me on a long drive, and all I do is sing to the songs. Now, I do not think I have a good singing voice or anything, but I'm driving. Oh, well, I'm singing. I do try to quiet it down if somebody has a headache, mais si tout va bien, je chante. Donc, si tu prends un voyage avec moi en voiture, t'es pris avec ma voix pour chanter. I love singing. Singing is very therapeutic. Okay? Donc, voilà. OK. Et Maryse, j'ai fini mon projet pour Makermania. Somehow I did it. Donc, ça c'est bon aussi. For those of you who are doing Makermania, it starts on Friday. Can you believe it's here already? It's crazy. OK. Maintenant, c'est juste des petites choses. Premièrement, de Prima. We have jingle bells. Jingle bell. Oh, yeah, I'm not allowed to do that. Sorry. Inverted corner. Donc, tu vas le voir. Je pense que Denise, non, pas Denise. Je pense que Diana va utiliser ça dans son cours, si tu suis le cours. But this gives you the reverse corner. Donc, ça, c'est votre coin. Ça va faire 7 dessins dans vos coins. So, there's that. Then we have music. Well, any stamp, die, anything, stencil of music just flies out of here. So, musique de printemps, musique d'hiver, musique de Noël, it sells. Okay, so music. Then we have our lines, okay? So these are black and gold lines. Or is it just gold? No, black gold. Donc, le ligne est noire avec un contour or. Mais je pense que ceux-là, ça a l'air brisé, donc je vais checker. Somebody ordered these. Did you have a special order for this? There was 3 of them. OK, ça ici, c'est une haute die de Becca Feeken. C'est les ovales. And just look how elegant they are. So she does elegant cards. So she's with Spellbinders and does very, very elegant cards. Then some of these products I have restocked, comme ceux-là. Ça, c'est les borders numéro 9. Donc, sont slimline. Et pour ceux qui font participer en Makermania, il y a certains de ces produits ici. Je les recommandais parce que il y en a du monde qui vont faire des projets avec. Je ne sais pas exactement quoi, mais j'essaie d'avoir les produits. Donc, si vous voulez une, tu vas l'avoir. Okay? So that one is the etched metal die, what's it called? Borders, number 9 borders. Then this one is the small slimline lift the flap. Donc, ceux-là, ça va ouvrir 3 morceaux. Ça découpe pas le centre. So you're going to put this on your paper and you're going to be able to lift these 3 pieces. Okay? And the shape is to use separately, or if you want a heart shape cut out of your flip. Okay? Après ça, ça c'est de Pink Fresh. Look at that. Okay? So, used with painted peonies, coordinating stamp, washi, and die sold separately. Donc, ceux-là are the peonies. Donc, tu peux l'avoir en washi tape, washi, washi, washi. Ou tu peux le faire étamper toi-même et colorer toi-même. Ou tu prends le bande de washi, tu mets la matrice par-dessus et ça va découper tous ces morceaux. I have a sample up front, of course, not in the back with me. Then this one is called English Garden. Check ton stock parce que c'est vraiment possible que tu l'as déjà acheté, soit le washi, soit le die ou l'étampe. Et maintenant, on a des pochoirs pour faire. Okay? And then this last one is Joyful Bouquet. Donc, avant, on n'avait pas les pochoirs. So, the company decided to take all their other older stamp sets and make stencils for them. Okay? Donc, c'est vraiment juste des pochoirs pour matcher probablement ce que tu l'as déjà. Donc, check ton stock pour Joyful Bouquet. All right. This is tree branches or tree branch. Yeah, this is mini branches. Ça dit, vous pouvez mettre ça sur ton page et tout le contour ici va tu vas ajouter des poudres, des sprays. Ça, c'est comme un masque. Les arbres vont rester la même couleur de ton papier. So when you peel this off and you've sprayed on top of here, you're still going to see, let's say, your white paper. So your trees will still be white, but the rest will be sky colors or whatever you sprayed around it. So this is mini branches. And then this is a poinsettia. So this one's called poinsettia. And again, you can spray, you can add color burst powders, you can do so much with them. This is a stitch scallop. Again, say it with stamps de photoplay. Ces dies sont pas trop dispendieux, sont toujours populaires. Ça ici, c'est les chiffres. I thought these numbers were adorable. I love the little stitching around it. Okay? 13,95, tu l'as 0 à 9. Puis, je vais dire, sont juste en bas de 1 pouce. They're about just under 1 inch. Then we have these stitched squares. Donc, le plus large de ces rectangles, carrés, est 3 3/4 fois 3 3/4. Mais garde la couture tout autour de la die. So that stitching that you're seeing, it is going to make that marking in your paper when you cut this die. So this is called nested wacky stitched squares. And then we have nested wacky stitch rectangles. Now, we've had these both before in bigger. These make your smaller ones that are to put on your card. Donc, dans le rectangle, le plus large est 3,5 fois 4,5. Ça, c'est la plus grande. Then we have etc. So this is another one of the ones that matches Tim's die that punches out to cover this. So I know, Dominic, you've probably been waiting for this one. Jay, can I get one of each of the tags to show them? So there you go. Jingle all the way. This is going to be what's used. So ça, c'est pas à vendre au moment, mais ça, c'est qu'est-ce qu'on a utilisé on va utiliser dans le cours de Diana. Ça, c'est les applicateurs pour mettre les cols ou peinture fluide que vous voulez faire l'écriture avec. Okay? So if you wanted to do fine gluing or fine writing with paint, these are your friends. Même, ils ont dit que les épingles sont stainless steel. Comme ça, il va pas, they're not going to rust and tint your glue. Okay? Donc, tu vas jamais avoir de rouille. All right. Emboss it. So now, you guys remember I explained to you about the embossing powders versus the watermark ink. So now I'm going to carry Ranger's Original Embossed Ink and Tim's Distress Embossing Ink. They're both fantastic inks made in the same company. Sont mieux pour embossage si vous voulez avoir la détail. Okay? So these are much better if you want detail stamping. These are some flowers that match a collection called Sharon Ziv. I do have some rub-ons coming in from her as well, or they might be here already. I see them right here. So it's a small collection, but I just thought the color was so beautiful. Moi, j'aime beaucoup Dusty Rose. Donc, je trouve ça génial. So we've got the flowers. Wait, ils donnent pas un nom, mais ils sont toutes Sharon Ziv, 363. Ceux-là, c'est pailleté, la feuillage, puis tout ça. So, this one, Sharon Ziv, c'est le 356. Et Sharon Ziv, les papillons. Voilà aussi les fleurs. Sharon Ziv. Ici, c'est just the tinsel that didn't come in when the Christmas line came in, but I know often people love tinsel at this time of year. Whether you're decorating a card or your tree, tinsel is tinsel. Dominique, we got all our etc. tags back in. J'ai pensé de peut-être faire un projet avec ça pour Makermania, mais au moment, je ne sais pas si j'ai assez de temps. Mais au moins, on va faire quelque chose ensemble avec la gang. So these are hard tags. Every time Dominic brings me a lot of those samples, these are what she works on. They are a great surface for making projects that you want people to display. Okay? So these are very good for that. Don't forget that because they come with the reinforcers. Donc, le plus petit, il vient avec 5 tags. Ceux-là, il vient avec 4 tags. OK? Ceux-là, ça s'appelle le numéro 8 tag. Ceux-là, c'est 4 mini tags. Et ceux-là, c'est le small. Et le small est 10 pouces. OK? So, 10 pouces. So, 3 small tags. So those are back in stock. J'ai reçu un album de Frank Garcia. Ça s'appelle le Tall Album. Puis il a les pages en dedans qui sont chipboard. So you've got chipboard pages in there. I think there are 6. Yes. 6 chipboard pages. Again, what's old is new again. Mini albums are so popular right now, so we got that one in. This is the anti-static pouch. Goodbye, static. Il y en a une de Ranger, une de US Art Quest. Les deux sont bons. Si tu l'as une, tu n'as pas besoin de la deuxième. Pas de problème, okay? Now here are the rub-ons from Sharon Ziv. I have not tried them, okay? But I know that, sorry, my brain went somewhere else. I know that rub-ons have come a long way, and I know that I say 49th and Market are like the best ones because they're the ones I've tried. I have not tried these, but Prima doesn't usually put out a poor product, so I'm sure they're of very good quality. OK, donc tu l'as 4 feuilles dans le paquet, mais sont juste un peu plus grandes. So they're just a little bit bigger, OK? So they're probably more for pages or a mini album if you are doing a portrait album. This won't work in a landscape. It would be too big, OK? Voilà, il n'y a pas un nom, c'est le design. Le code est 295, 930-295, 930-295. All right, and then this. All right, beautiful. Luchador, this is just a product I wanted to show because somebody asked me to order it in for them, and then she just ordered another 10, so I'm assuming it's a great paper. It says versatile cross between fabric and paper, revolutionary new material for sewing, crafting, and mixed media. Ultra fort, chaque morceau, facile de imprimer dessus, de plier, de couper, de faire la couture, de distress, puis mettre des embellissements. Parfait pour mettre dans un... Perfect for an inkjet printer. Parfait pour mettre dans une imprimante pas laser. I always forget jet printer. Create delicate translucent effects with paints, inks, dyes, and stamps. So that I would have to look up. And use for art quilts, scrapbooks, ATC, bookmaking, and more. Donc, je trouve ça intéressant. Je sais qu'il y en a beaucoup de vous autres qui aiment essayer des nouveaux produits. Donc, c'est un produit qu'une cliente m'avait demandé, mais elle a dit c'est incroyable, puis elle commande 10 paquets à la fois. Okay? And last but not least, just from Busy Sidewalks, we've got the Busy Sidewalks Merry Christmas 6x12 set with gold. Okay? Whew. So that was a long one. So what's important to remember? It's important to remember that we have Maker Mania that starts on Friday. Puis moi, je vais faire mon vidéo demain, je pense qu'à 2h, 14h. So I'm going to do my Maker Mania intro tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Thursday night we have cocktails, Maker Mania. And then don't forget that we just opened up classes for Diana. Donc, n'oublie pas les 2 nouveaux cours qu'on vient de le mettre sont sur le site web. Vous pouvez l'inscrire. And what else? Oh, and LDRS. There's still room in that class. Don't forget to have a good look at that. And last but not least, the Advent Calendar de Marlène, okay? If you're thinking about it, don't think too long. Because last year I got 60. When they came in, by the next day, it was a no-go. They were gone. So just keep that in mind. When you're ready, you go and buy it. But keep an eye on the stock. All right, guys. Oh, thanks, Dominic. I will see you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock here and should have some more new stuff for you. Bye, tout le monde. I love you and see you again soon. Have a good night. You're very welcome, Maryse. Merci.